when you're ready, Oscar.
How does praising a student on intelligence versus praising a student on effort affect them? Imagine that one day, your teacher randomly told you that you'd be taking a pop quiz. You didn't know what it was for, but you decided to take it anyways. Afterwards, when the teacher saw the results, she complimented you in one of two ways. The teacher would either say, "Great job, you must be very smart," or she would say, "Great job, you must have worked very hard." However, what you don't know is that these two very similar but very different remarks can change how a student thinks. Carol Dweck, professor of psychology at Stanford University, performed a very similar experiment like this one. After she had complimented all the students, she told them that they would be taking one more test the next day, but they had two choices. One test was very similar and was not hard at all, while the other test was very different and would provide a unique learning opportunity. Interestingly, 67% of the people praised on their talent chose to take the easy test, while 92% of the students praised on their effort chose to take the hard test. But why does this happen? Carol Dweck says that the kids who chose the kids that were praised on talent and chose the easy test chose that option because they don't want to disprove the original statement regarding their intelligence. They believe that in order to stay smart, they need to prove it, and by taking the easy test, they will definitely be able to do so. Not only does praise on intelligence affect your thought about learning, but also your determination and hard work. The more you are praised on talent, the more you persuade yourself that you need to work less. Angela Lee, who studied psychology at Harvard and Oxford University, was able to predict who would become the most successful in their occupation by looking at their grit. The people that worked the hardest and were the most determined to succeed were the ones that went the farthest. This just shows that students and even adults, if they are praised on intelligence, will develop more grit and will be able to work harder. However, some people believe that talent is more superior than hard work. For them, praising students on talent is more beneficial. Piers Steele, who has a PhD in psychology, stated that intelligence's benefits don't disappear. The more innate talent of something that you have, the better off you're going to be. But if we look at the past experiments and results, such as the experiment made by Carol Dweck, we can see that although talent is a powerful trait to have, hard work will always surpass talent in the long run. Overall, answering the question, how does praising a student on talent versus their hard work affect them, we can see that praising a student on talent will most of the time cause a student to become more lazy and have a misperception of their intelligence. But praising a student on their effort will almost always cause a student to become more hardworking and more determined to succeed.